Yeah, my name's Bruno, my name's Fanny. Right, we're French, obviously. You heard the accent, huh?
How did you end up on this island?
Well, we kind of, the shipwreck. We lost the mast, actually. Well, we were actually hitchhiking on the boat. And we went on the boat like we didn't know about. Yeah, so the shipwreck, we had kind of an argument with the captain and we ended up on this deserted island. We're kind of lost now, waiting for a ferry, which doesn't come.
Welcome to another update from Elixir's voyage around the world, and welcome to the beautiful island of Niuatoputapu in the Kingdom of Tonga in the middle of the South Pacific. My name's Max, and after leaving the UK 4 years ago on board Elixir, a 1970s Swan 37, I'm very close to reaching the halfway point of this circumnavigation. Recently, we've been making our way across the South Pacific, and after a wet and squally 2-day passage from Samoa, we arrived in the empty anchorage of Niuatoputapu. The island has a population of only a few hundred people. There are no commercial flights, and often the supply ship will go many weeks without visiting. It is a very isolated community, yet Tongan people are known for their friendliness and openness, and it was easy to see why. I was sure that there were no other foreigners on the island. However, we were amazed to discover some actual castaways that had been stuck on the island for weeks. They had been dismasted while sailing across the Pacific, and their story was incredible. You're gonna love it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Join the Patreon for more content and to be the first to have the opportunity to sail on board Elixir. The goal of this journey is to share the sailing lifestyle with as many people as possible, and so far over 50 different people have joined along the way.
We just arrived in Niuatoputapu, and as you can see we have our Q flag here because it's Sunday, so we can't check in with customs, and we're gonna have to wait for Monday tomorrow. First thoughts on Niuatoputapu?
I feel like a kid on Christmas morning.
Really?
Yes. I want to go surf and explore. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And there's some big fish swimming next to the boat, and I want to go play with them.
3, wait. Oh, that was still good. Okay, because we're not allowed on the main island, because we're quarantining, we're gonna go and check out this little island over here that is uninhabited by the looks of things. Because Maddie's such a frother, first she insisted that we take our surfboards in case there's gonna be any waves over there. I don't know if there's gonna be waves, hopefully, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna go on this little expedition in Pippi.
We had arrived a few days before a strong weather system was about to pass through, and the wind was already starting to build. There was no safe window for us to leave on the long-range forecast, and it looked like we were going to be stuck on the island for a while. The lagoon is bordered by a shallow barrier reef, so the anchorage was protected from the swell. And this little uninhabited motu was about half a mile offshore and was almost the archetype of a South Pacific desert island.
There's not too much going on here on this island, but since we haven't walked for a few days, we've decided to circumnavigate this small uninhabited island. And as you can see, there's some interesting terrain. Lots of dried coral and spiky things on the floor. And there doesn't appear to be many animals. There's some noni trees, the world's most disgusting fruit. Apparently it's a superfood. Beautiful. A souvenir.
For you.
Oh, thank you.
In your pocket.
So generous. Close your eyes and open your hands. Your eyes closed. Okay. Now you can open.
No way. Kind of stylish.
One for each feet. But
wow. No way. What? And it's got a little diamond on it. Oh yeah. What? Alright, this is the find of the day.
literally, look at that.
Damn.
It's mad what you can find washed up on some of these islands. This is some epoxy. The epoxy inside the tube seems fine. I can mix it together and it'll probably still go off, so I might keep that because this is always useful on a boat. This looks like part of a wooden boat. Like this is a knee with a nail in it, so it's almost like there's some sort of wooden boat has broken up here on this island. Okay, so I found the rest of the remains of this boat that's broken up. Here it is. Some sort of dugout canoe. Looks really cool. I wonder where it came from. That must be the outrigger over there. And you can see how this fine vessel is made from carving out just a single log. Monday morning, Niuatoputapu, and we're gonna go and check in with customs, let them know that we're here, because yesterday was Sunday. We're the only boat in this anchorage. It's a really cool spot, and there's lots of people out and about fishing and playing music, hanging out on the beach. So really curious to see what this island and the rest of Tonga is like.
Oh, just mom. Oh, just mom. Hey, mom. Oh my gosh, he's like a little mole rat.
So today we went for a day out in Tonga, and the people are super friendly here. It's no surprise that Captain and Cook called these islands the Friendly Islands. We were gifted some plantain and some breadfruit here as well, our favourite. What do you think about the Tongans?
They're some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Really?
They called us family within 2 hours of hanging out with them. And they just drop everything that they're doing, bring us in. Good people, I like it.
We didn't manage to check in because the customs was closed, it was a holiday, but I'm going to give them my old iPhone because they said they needed a phone. Alright, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby?
What's a mata baby? No!
Nothing, babe. What's the matter with you?
We have to show that to my friend Brett. He does that, but with Matter Daddy.
Yeah, so I knew this French guy that knew you.
And?
He was this really helpful French guy who helped me, like, charge my batteries. His first name was Sol. And his second name was like a super French sounding name. It was like La Panel. He definitely knew you from San Diego.
No. Salapanel.
Do you know him?
No. Salapanel. I don't understand.
Just say it really slowly and you'll get it.
Solar panel? No. Actually? Oh my god.
Over the last month, we had covered almost 1,500 miles across the middle part of the South Pacific. A lot of it had been difficult and tiring sailing, with lots of squalls and constant sail changes. In fact, the region we had just crossed is referred to by sailors as the dangerous middle due to its unstable and unpredictable nature. Now, the weather wasn't going to let us go anywhere. We were stuck on this island for the next week and there was nothing we could do about it. But it felt great to slow down and appreciate the tropical paradise in front of us, instead of being constantly focused on getting to the next destination.
So here we have some breadfruit that we were gifted by our friend today, fried up. What do you think? Maddie's first time trying the breadfruit.
So good. It's like custardy, and then you can put anything on it, like San Valentin. And it's so good.
Is this the...
Yeah, I'm cool. Thank you.
These are all things that are from different parts of the world. So this is from Panama.
Panama, yeah.
And this is from Mexico. And this is where I live. This is my home.
Oh.
And now I have this from Niuatoputapu as well. Did a bit come off. We're gonna go snorkeling on the little motu that's behind Elixir and see what we can find. Do you know why divers always fall backwards out of the boat?
Because they blow up.
No, it's because if they fell forwards, they'd fall into the boat.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand, Max.
Okay. See ya.
The Because of the wind, the water inside the lagoon was churned up and the visibility wasn't the best, but we still managed to find this massive sea cucumber and this spider conch shell, both of which technically could be eaten, but we weren't that desperate for food yet. In fact, we were swimming inside the lagoon and we were still yet to discover the incredible coral canyons teeming with reef fish that lie just on the outside of the barrier reef.
What have you got here?
Shells and an amazing coconut. I'm gonna make something with it.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you're gonna make.
It's shell ramen.
So what's the deal? Why are we spending so much time at this island?
We are here in Niuatoputapu because there is some weather, some strong winds. So we're here for a week, enjoying, exploring, and creating fun things. It's definitely been a bit too breezy to go.
Day 4 in Niuatoputapu, and yeah, we've been the only boat in the anchorage for this whole time. Doesn't look like there's going to be any boats coming anytime soon, and we're just waiting out this week-long blow of strong trade winds. It's like 35 to 40 knot gusts. It's not really ideal conditions, and so yeah, we don't want to go sailing, so we're going to wait at this anchorage. We made some friends. Seems like Tongan people are just incredibly friendly, and yeah, it's been quite nice to slow down a little bit and just wait for this weather to sort itself out while hanging out with some nice people. It's an interesting island, but we're gonna go for a little adventure today with our new French friends who have a pretty incredible story to tell, and yeah, it's kind of insane, but I'll let them say it.
When we first went ashore in Niuatoputapu, I was convinced that we were the only foreigners on the island. As well as there being no other yachts, there was also no commercial airport and no infrastructure for tourism. On the third day, when I spotted some unmistakably French-looking people, I almost couldn't believe it.
Malo.
Io malabito.
Malapito.
Okay.
My name's Bruno, my name's Fanny. Right, we're French, obviously. You heard the accent, eh?
How did you end up on this island?
Well, we kind of, the shipwreck, well, we were actually hitchhiking on the boat, you know, like that. And we went on the boat like we didn't know about. It took us, well, 1 hour to decide, you know, we've seen the guys, and yeah, so the shipwreck, we had kind of an argument with the captain, and we ended up on this deserted island. We're kind of lost now, waiting for a ferry, which doesn't come.
How did the ship break?
We lost the mast, actually.
Hi there. So, well, anyway, I'll show you the boat, the cabin, the square. Over there is a truck driver. Hi, here is the helmsman. Assistant helmsman. Hi.
Hello. Here's the small hat. Yay! Heading to Tonga. I'm giving a quick tour of the boat for friends. Oh, right. The mast is gone. Oh no, I missed that. We're heading to Tonga, yes. We're going to Tonga. We have 95 nautical miles and 160 fuel. Sorry, diesel. To be exact. Use exact terms. Be exact. Clearly, the captain has left the bridge. They are sleeping in the cabin. Yes. Facing the camera. There must be proof. Kisses. Heart love.
I guess the ship hasn't been maintained for like 12 years or 13 years. The guy did nothing about it.
So straight broke. We're staying at Tiu's place. It's a woman that lives on the island that welcomed us because she saw her captain throwing rubbish at us and
yelling at us.
And yelling at us on the shore. So she took care of us, and so now we've got a house, and we are really happy with that because there is no accommodation in this island.
Yeah, we can part of the locals
the village now.
And
we go to church.
Nice. What's this island like?
Like a paradise.
Yeah, a paradise with nothing on. Yeah, but just very roots
fantastic
and very fantastic.
I mean, I swam with the blue whales straight away. I mean, it's more than a dream. was insane.
Stuck in the paradise.
Stuck in paradise, exactly.
Nice. Shipwreck.
Yeah, lucky to meet you. Yeah, we like to meet. We like to make new friends.
New friends. We need new friends because we've been stuck together for 20 days on the boat and then 10 days on this island. So we need fresh blood. Thank you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're happy to meet you too. It's been good. Merci.
Hi. Well, I've got a knife, but
On you.
on me.
No, it's
Very too small. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Again? Cheers. À la tienne.
And then you say it's good in French.
C'est bon ça.
C'est bon.
Another thing, because it's super windy over the next few days, we're expecting some gusts, probably going to be 40 knots, maybe more. We're going to take the jib off just so there's a bit less windage on the rig. I also have a second anchor which I may or may not put down depending on how windy it's going to get, but we're definitely going to take the headsail down just to try and minimize any windage on the rig. Yeah, luckily we're protected from the swell. There's some palm trees which offer a bit of protection from the wind, but it's still quite windy out here, so yeah, I think the jib coming down will be quite important. So this is where we've been tying the dinghy off with a stern anchor, because as you can see, it's super rocky here, so we don't want the dinghy like knocking up against the rocks. So we just have the stern anchor out to hold the dinghy away from the rocks, and then Maddie's gonna tie a bowline around this lamppost.
Are you ready for this?
You're gonna teach us how to tie a bowline?
So you see here, make a little fish. His tail goes up, and then it goes in the hole. It goes around the coral, and then it goes back in the hole. Voila.
That is a nice bowline.
Bowling, baby.
It's in a bit pippy. See, Elixir is there. This is where we've been anchored for the past 4 or 5 days. What do you think about Niuatoputapu so far?
Paradise with not much here, which is fun though.
Yeah.
We just need to find a wave. I need waves. No! No! No!
No, it's a
Bad.
no. We can make some content
Yeah.
for his YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
If we're naked.
Tongan culture is warm and open, with a strong emphasis on family and respecting elders. We were the Palangis, which is the Tongan word for foreigner, but despite our obvious differences, it was moving how eager they were to show us around the island and invite us into their homes. We had been on the island for almost a week by this point. The wind was not going to die down anytime soon, and it looked like we were going to be stuck there for a while. Thanks again for watching another update from our voyage around the world. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you could just engage, like, comment, share, send it to one of your mates, I'll be super grateful. If you're keen to come and sail on Elixir, then join the Patreon, because that's the first place where I'm going to post any opportunities to crew on board. There's also more content there, including a monthly newsletter called the Elixir Express, where I share everything I've learned about sailing around the world, as well as what's going on board Elixir in real time. We also have our online store where we have merch, including these t-shirts and tote bags. And yeah, thanks again for watching another one of these updates. I'll see you next time.